Okay. This is my third attempt of recording this. The first time I tried on my big camera, which I use for travel, this one, and it overheated and it's still pretty hot. The second time, my phone ran out of space on my camera, so I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff. And now this is the third attempt. We're back. It's either episode 4 or 5, I really can't remember. But I'm glad to be back. I've been really dying to make a video, kind of update everyone. I will try not to fiddle with my lighter. I've been reading Moby Dick, and gotta say, I love this. This is great. I'm up to the chapter about every type of whale ever existed, and it's boring, but I like boring sometimes. And I'm loving this. I've made a lot of notes, which I will go through when I finish it, I think. I don't want to spoil it for anyone slowly over time, so I'm just going to spoil it all at once in one video. Loving this. It's going to be a short video today because it is so hot in Australia right now. It's currently outside 42 degrees and it is 6 o'clock. That is 107 Fahrenheit, I think. It's around that number. It is so hot and there's no air conditioning in my house. So, except for one room in the house. So, I'm going to try and get this video done very quickly. And I don't also want to talk for 20 minutes and then I check and my camera died at 10 minutes. So, I'm going to speed through it. Loving Moby Dick. Very, very into it. I use this when I read at home because this is my beautiful California edition with illustrations. I've talked about it in previous videos. I've taken the slipcover off because I don't want to damage it. But when I go to work and, when I'm on the bus and stuff, I use my Kobo. But I do want to get a soft cover because I do really appreciate reading a physical version. It makes me retain information a bit better, I think. First week back at work this week after 2 weeks off, holiday. So just getting into the zone of getting up early and getting ready and going to work for 8 hours and then sitting on the bus. So I haven't been reading as much as I'd like to, but I reckon I'm going to have Moby Dick finished in about a fortnight. I've already slammed through a fair bunch in 5-ish days. I tried listening to the audiobook and it's hit and miss. Some chapters I was like, I'm in it. And then other chapters I just like, I can't focus. It's just rambling. I have to read this. So I've been on and off with the audiobook. That's all I've been reading. And that's what's going to bring me to my first point I wanted to make, which I have talked about twice now. But I only read one book at a time. And a lot of other booktubers I know and have talked to read more than one at a time. And they seem to have a lot of content to talk about. So I am going to start the book club, which is, I've renamed all my videos to the book club. This is going to be the book club. So now I've already started reading Moby Dick, so you can read along with me if you want. I'm up to chapter 32. So if you can get that done in the next couple of days, good. But I'm going to read another book at the same time as Moby Dick. And I'm very torn between what book I'm going to read. I was going to read Jack Kerouac's On the Road because I've never actually read this book. I've read other books by him and I absolutely adore his poetry. So it's either going to be On the Road or In Cold Blood. I have not decided yet. Let me know what one you would rather me read and what one you would want to read along with if you want to read along. There's no pressure. There's not going to be any time of like, it's a chapter a week. It's going to be like, let's have the book done by March. If it's 300 pages, let's have it done by March and we'll have a chat about it in a video or we'll collab or something. I don't know. But what book would I think people prefer? Because I'm really torn. I really want to read In Cold Blood, but also really want to read On the Road. So I'm a bit torn. So whatever book is the most popular in the comments, I think that'll be the book, and I'll pin it. I'll pin the comment as that's the book we're going to read. So, and yeah, I'm going to say have either one of these books done by March, I reckon, because that's, I think, probably the most kind of appropriate time there's 3 months. That's a lot of time to read, you know, a 200-300 page book. I think that's a lot of time. A lot of time to gather thoughts and write notes. And even if you finish it in a month, it's cool. It's 2 months to think about what you felt about the book. Which brings me to my second point, and will be my last because I'm already starting to sweat because it's so hot in this room, is I wanted to create or find out if there is a platform where all of us booktubers and people that want to, you know, talk books, if there's a platform where we can all actually connect that isn't YouTube. Because I've noticed that, you know, for example, I follow certain people and I have interacted with certain other booktubers who have low subscribers and viewers and whatnot. But then also other channels that I like Mike's channel, he talks to a lot of booktubers and I see him in comments of videos that pop up on the side, the recommended thing, and I had not known about him. So I wonder if there's a way we can make like a Discord server or something like that where there's just an invite and everyone gets the invite and everyone can give the invite to other people. So, you know, I give the invite to John and John gives it to his booktuber friend who's this, and, you know, we can all meet in one place and, you know, share books we've just picked up. You know, we don't all have to, you know, chat all day or something like a group chat, but it could just be like a post a photo in the forum or in the group being like, hey, I just picked up In Cold Blood, 2nd edition, cool. And, you know, share video ideas or, you know, organize collaborations or read-alongs with each other that we can then make into content or something like that. I was thinking Discord. Pardon me, sorry, I just had a coffee. I was thinking Discord, but it is a little not easy for non-tech savvy people, I guess. Like, it's a little bit, it's kind of intuitive for me because I kind of know that stuff. But, you know, is there a platform which people would prefer? You know, I'm happy to set one up and then just give everybody the invitation and everyone just floods in their own pace and we can all talk. That's something I've been thinking of. We don't have to do it. It was just a thought that I've had because, you know, I thought it'd be good fun. Haven't really picked up any other books recently. I've just been so involved with Moby Dick and the first week back at work. And you know how it is. You take 2 weeks off and then you come back and it's chaos. So it's been busy. Haven't really been watching any movies or TV shows. A channel that I watch, Macaroni Books, he's started doing album of the week, which I think is a really good idea, and maybe I could implement that too. I listen to a lot of music during the week. So, you know, maybe I could implement something like that. I'll post a comment of some albums I've been listening to a week. It's a lot of jazz. It's a lot of Charles Mingus and Ornette Coleman and Eric Dolphy, that kind of stuff. I really like that. But also, I'm a massive Paul McCartney fan, and Nick Cave. I'm seeing Nick Cave in concert in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited. I've seen him twice before, so this will be the third time I've seen him. But other than that, I haven't really got any other news. I've just been reading Moby Dick and really enjoying it. It's been really dying to make a video. I've been so busy with work. It's hard to find time with that first week, but it'll quiet down in about a week, I reckon. And we'll be back to normal scheduled programming, I think. But yeah, let me know what books, either those two, you would rather read. I really want to start reading Capote. Breakfast at Tiffany's is a book. And more Kerouac. I'd love to read Big Sur and all that stuff again. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you've been reading. Let me know what books I should read or what you want to see. Is there anything you would like for me to talk about on the channel, or, you know, videos you would want me to make? I'm really open to suggestions. These videos for me are just kind of a hangout and an update. You know, it's a way for me to update what I've been doing and hear what you guys have been doing. So these are just kind of more relaxed, I guess. But if there's something specific that I could make, you know, I'm very down to do anything. You know, I want to build a community. You know, I'm not focused on getting a certain amount of subscribers, but every subscriber I get, I'm always so grateful. I can't believe I've got like 23, which is crazy. But, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, it's important to me. So let me know what you guys would like to see, would like me to talk about, any ideas. You know, let me know. I'm open. I hope you'll, have a great weekend. It's Friday here in Australia. And again, it's really hot. So I'm going to wrap this up and I'll see you guys around.